Thank you for the pinky! For a fleeting instant, I was spirited away to a bearing witness to that beautiful light is a moment I'll never forget. Thank you for everything you do, Tenjo. Thank you for never giving up no matter what. Thank you. In some way, I already did give up before her whole life. And you guys know that because I talked about it before. But there was like one tiny flame still left, flickering and waiting to be ignited. It's understandable after you try for such a long time in so many different ways, eventually feeling like it's over and giving up might be sad, but in some way it's also realistic, and at some point, like, maybe you need to accept that something is just not happening. If you really tried for like 10 or so years, then maybe it's time to move on. But then again, I mean, look at me. I mean, I'm not doing exactly 100% what I wanted to do, but I'm doing something just as amazing and fulfilling and makes me happy, and is somewhat similar to what I originally wanted to do. Actually, maybe it's even better. I want to tell people to never give up, but I understand that at some point it might be a good thing to give up and move on to something else if you've just spent so much time on it. I don't know, it's hard to say. Because like you can't just hang on to something for your whole fucking life if it's just not happening. But you should at least give it everything you got for as long as you feel like you can. And if you get to a point where you personally feel like you've tried everything you could, really, 100%, and you would be fine with moving on to something new. Because that's even though I was really down, I was ready, I think, to move on. I'm sorry, this is maybe out of character. As much as I am really always like, fight, yeah. I am also a very realistic person. I like to look at things very realistic. You only live once, you know? You only live once, and you gotta make the best out of the time that you're on this earth. Even if you try hard, sometimes things are just locked like a DLC, but you can't even pay for it. Sometimes there's just barriers that you cannot overcome with what you currently have, what the methods and the material that you're working with. Sometimes it's not your fault, it's just luck. But then I got really lucky. Without that luck, I would have been lost at sea. And certain people, they're not that lucky, and all their talent and skills, unfortunately, go unnoticed, which is not fair. It's just not fair. But I recommend you guys to work hard towards your dreams and goals. And if you don't have a dream or goal, that's okay too. I don't know how old you are, but maybe you're too young to really have a really clear image. Or maybe you're at an age where you think you're done, but there's still other things you can do. If you have a goal that you think that it's like unreachable, then go baby steps. Don't expect that from one day to another you're gonna reach the top of those stairs. You gotta go floor by floor, step by step. Eventually, you'll end up at the top of the skyscraper. No, the building doesn't have an elevator! The building doesn't have an elevator! You're too spoiled.